Medicare premiums announced for 2023 just recently. It blew my mind. It's going to shock you as well. I've got that update and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, the big question is, what will the cost of living adjustment be for Social Security next year? But we don't have to wait any longer on, well, how much of that will be sopped up by increases in Medicare. I've done lots of videos about what we're expecting for how Social Security will increase for next year, the cost of living adjustment, the COLA adjustment for Social Security. And by far, the most common comment that I get on those videos is, yeah, but Medicare, health insurance premiums are going to increase and it's going to take all that. My Social Security will end up being lower next year because health insurance costs, Medicare costs are going to go up that much. I can't really blame them. We've seen that happen a few times or something close to that happen. And so with how prices have increased significantly, I can't really blame people for expecting Medicare costs to go up that much. But just recently, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Studies announced what their premiums are going to be for 2023. Guys, it shocked me. The standard base rate per person for Medicare Part B in 2023 is going to be $164.90. Guys, this is a $5.20 reduction per person compared to 2022. In 2022, the base rate was $170 per person and 10 cents, okay? $170 and 10 cents. Now it's going to be going down $5.20. How could this be, guys? That was my question. How could this be? And apparently they're saying that when they were calculating the 2022 rate, they were calculating a certain amount for an increase in drug costs, and specifically one specific drug. I'm not going to get into all the details. You can check there. It really doesn't matter, but they over projected what the costs were going to be. And as they've looked at how the costs have actually panned out, they've come in much lower, and they're passing along those savings to folks in the new rate for 2023. So 2023, the base rate for Medicare Part B is going down $5.20. It will now be $164.90 per person. The deductible for Part B is going down a little bit as well. That's a pretty small number anyway, so it doesn't it's not as significant, but that base number is coming down. Now, to me, this is fantastic news, okay? Because whether you decided to go with Medicare, traditional Medicare, which is my term, okay, Part A, B, D, and a supplement, or if you went with Medicare Advantage, which is Medicare Part C. That's your big choice when you get on Medicare, and hopefully right now we're just about an open enrollment. You've got a meeting with your health insurance expert, and you're able to review your plans and make sure that you've that you've got the right coverage and all that sort of stuff. But whether you've done traditional Medicare or Medicare Part C, you're still going to have to pay the Part B premium. It applies to pretty much everyone that's on Medicare. And the fact that that cost isn't going up 10% and is in fact going down a little bit, that is huge. So what else do you need to be aware of? Well, you guys know, we've talked about it a lot, this IRMA, income-related monthly adjustment amount. The amount that you actually pay for your Medicare Part B and Part D, by the way, is going to be influenced by your income. But it's your income from 2 years ago, prior year. So when they've released this new Part B premium cost for 2023, they also released what those income bands are, what those income thresholds are for you to pay that base rate, or what your income, what you would pay if your income was above those levels. Good news here as well, really on all fronts. Number one, the cost, since it's going down $5.20 per person, that reduction you're going to see at each tier if your income's above that level. So that's good, okay? But we also are seeing an increase in how much income you can have before you're subject to this income-related monthly adjustment amount. Previously, for 2022, as long as your income was below $91,000 as an individual or $182,000 married filing jointly, then you pay paid that base rate, you weren't subject to an income-related monthly adjustment amount, an IRMA, an additional surcharge. So that's what it was. That's what your income threshold needed to be below in 2022. For 2023, that's been expanded. $97,000 is the individual income level. If your income's at that or lower, no IRMA. That's fantastic. As for a married filing joint return, $194,000. So you've got a little bit extra room for your income to go up and be able to avoid IRMA. That's fantastic news for those of you that are on the bubble or where your income is subject, makes you subject to this additional surcharge, this income-related monthly adjustment amount. So all in all, guys, surprise news and great news. Now, how would you apply this? What should you be prepared for? What should you be planning for? Number one is this could mean some very meaningful relief for those of you on a fixed income or parents of yours that are on a fixed income. Right now, we've been grappling with higher costs. Everything has cost more. All right. And we're about to find out, hopefully soon, what the cost of living adjustment will be for Social Security. Okay, it's likely, in my opinion, in the 7, 8, maybe even 9% rate, but I doubt it. Okay, but it's going to be a bigger number like that. And now that we know that Medicare Part B won't be increasing, will actually be decreasing, that's going to provide some welcome relief for those of you in retirement drawing Social Security on Medicare. So number one, that's hopefully is going to help you in your budget. Number two, if you're doing traditional Medicare, I wouldn't expect that your supplement cost is also going to go down. I would expect that to go up. So be planful for that and expect that as well. Be grateful for the relief that you're getting with Medicare Part B, but expect that the supplement costs or other coverages within your Medicare is probably going to be going up. And that's the other thing that I would tell you. We all know that medical expenses, healthcare expenses have been rising right along there with inflation. So due to some unique circumstances, you're actually going to see your Medicare Part B premiums drop for 2023, but we know that's not the trend. So don't be surprised. Be grateful again for this year, but don't be surprised if in 2024 we see those prices increase and possibly increase greater than what you would expect. And then lastly, for those of you where your income is close to that threshold for being subject to an income-related monthly adjustment amount, this is where you need comprehensive financial planning. Are you about to start taking required minimum distributions? Should you consider Roth conversions? What other sources of income, capital gains, dividend income? This is where you need to get planful with your tax situation in retirement, because how you do your tax planning is going to could influence what you pay for your Medicare Part B and Part D, by the way, whether that's starting in 2023 or out there in the future. So if you're close to that range, or if you've got income changes that'll be happening throughout retirement, required minimum distribution, those sorts of things, work with your certified financial planner. Make sure you're doing comprehensive, proactive tax planning as part of that, so that you can hopefully eliminate the need to pay an income-related adjustment amount, IRMA, for 2023 and in the future as well. Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.